going on, y'all? It is March 21st, 11:31 p.m. Right now in this very moment, I even have to take a deep breath because I feel it like right here. But there is definitely like a heaviness on me right now. Like I just feel kind of like there's a heaviness within this moment. And the reason being is that this is my 50th video for this channel. And I'm very like happy. Like I'm not like laughing or anything right now, but I'm very like internally happy, and I'm very grateful, and I'm very proud of myself, honestly, because 50 videos, that was something that when I first started this channel, I didn't have that intention, but I also, through doing it and then lacking consistency in the beginning, I came to understand that without having a goal in mind, goals are things that I talk about on this channel a lot. So without having a specific goal in mind, it's hard to reach those things. And without having something specific that you're striving to accomplish, it's easy to leave accountability off the table for yourself, right? So for me, in my mind, 50 videos was a benchmarker that I set out for myself along the course of this journey and creating these videos as something to hold me accountable and to make sure that I'm being consistent and that I'm continuing to show up for myself and to continue to build upon what it is that I've been called to build, and build myself, most importantly. Like within this journey of life, it's very easy, and there are a lot of distractions that we're constantly bombarded with that take us off the path that we're on, right? So for me to be able to come on here 50 different times and upload a video and go through the process and really take those steps towards becoming the person that I said I want to become, and that I feel that I feel and know that I'm capable of being, it means a lot to me. I've never felt this feeling, even days where I may have been like down emotionally or been going through it. I've never felt this feeling, this heaviness. Like there's something like in my chest right now, because it's not nerves, but it's just like, bro, I really did it, bro. And I really did what I said I wanted to do. Now I can go on to set more markers. And throughout this process of recording these videos and showing up not every day, but showing up consistently on a consistent basis, I've noticed so much change within myself, and I've noticed how showing up consistently to make these videos has had a trickle effect, or and like an indirect effect, or maybe even a direct effect on other aspects of my life. I've noticed that I hold myself accountable in more areas, and I also noticed that the respect that I have for myself has risen tremendously just due to the fact that I'm continuing to show up for myself and proving to myself that I am valuable. Coming from somebody who hasn't always had the highest self-esteem, right? If I'm going to be totally honest, and I haven't always been the most confident person in terms of expressing myself outwardly. I think that I've always had this inner confidence and an inner understanding of what I'm capable of, but to be able to put myself out there and to be able to show up in ways that I'm allowing myself to be perceived by others, that's something that I haven't always been as willing to do. I've had to build up to this point, and I'm grateful that I even came to the understanding that confidence isn't built through a lack of action, right? You have to take action to build confidence. So you have to come to the understanding and really just dismiss the idea that it's going to be perfect at the beginning. Like it's never going to be perfect at the beginning. And that was something that I had to get over, because as I mentioned before on this channel, I didn't even want to start making videos until I had my office set up the way I want it to be. But if I'm being honest, my office isn't even set up entirely how I want it to be, because I'm less focused on what's going on behind me, and I'm more focused on showing up and doing what's important. You could be listening to this and not even watching it. And if you're somebody that is watching it and you enjoy the aesthetic of how I've, have everything presented, then I'm glad that you enjoy it. But I understand that what I'm saying and the message behind it and the intent behind these words that I'm speaking and showing up, regardless of how you're consuming it, that's the most important part. And through that process of me showing up consistently, it has built that confidence within me. I notice even now, my speaking is much better. My ability to articulate my thoughts as they come to me instantaneously has become much better and much sharper. So I just want this 50th video to live as a testament to what can really happen. If you go back and you watch the first video, you'll notice that there isn't as much fluidity in the process, whether it be my speaking, my hand gestures, my articulation, the thoughts, and the clarity of the thoughts, it isn't there. It was there somewhat because that had been something that I had been working on building up to that point. But prior to me starting this channel, or prior to me becoming consistent in this channel, I was so fixated on the idea that things had to be perfect before I even got started. But I'm grateful to have had the revelation, and I'm also grateful to be shared with all of you watching this video that it doesn't have to be perfect at the conception. When you first begin, just eliminate the idea that it's going to be perfect and just get to working. And that work that you're putting in is going to provide you results, and it's going to provide you tangible results that you can now look at and edit and revise and really make tweaks to, you know, as you see fit to whatever it is that you're trying to do. But yeah, bro, I really just want to come on here and like first of all, just say my gratitude, express the gratitude for myself, even having the ability to do these things. I have to thank my creator, like first and foremost, to be able to come on here and express the gifts, you know, because it's not necessarily me. It's about me embodying the greatness that is within me, as it is about you embodying the greatness that exists within you. And we all have these things that make us individual, but we have to understand what exists internally and allow ourselves to express that to its maximum capacity, you know, and to not allow ourselves to be limited by the distractions that are surrounding us, by the people who may not have the belief or may not have developed the belief that we have developed yet. And hopefully, as we continue to move and grow and inspire through our inspired action, these people will come to their own understanding of who they are in time. But all we have to do is play our part and continue to show up and continue to allow ourselves to evolve and see how that process of just evolution and just showing up consistently can change us and therefore have an impact on not only our lives, but the lives of people around us. You know, like I know that me showing up consistently is having an impact on someone else's life, whether it be anybody, you know, anybody who's watching this and has watched the journey of just where I've come from and to where I am now and to where I'm going to be moving towards the future. You know, this is something that I'm proud of because I know that it is authentic, bro. I'm really coming on here and I'm really expressing myself, and I'm really just allowing myself to grow and holding myself accountable to that growing process, right? Instead of just allowing these days and moments to pass. And I'm becoming more conscious of my ideas, and I'm becoming more aware of the fact that I have to act on these ideas. I can't just allow them to rest dormant in my mind, because who's to say they won't go to someone else, right? And I'm a human who feels human emotions. So if I say something or if I want to do something and I see someone else do it, I'm going to be like, damn, I should have did that. I'm not going to be mad at that person, but I'm going to be more so mad at myself because I know I had that opportunity to do that. And I know that I was moved and I was called to do something and I didn't act on it. I'm speaking from the perspective if I chose not to show up for myself. But I understand that regret can be very heavy. You know, just like the success can be very heavy, the regret on the other side of that spectrum can be very heavy. And I know for me personally, if we're talking about the heaviness of any type of emotion, the same way I feel now on camera with the heaviness of the accomplishment that I felt, even though like I'm sort of like in here right now, because it's not like a surreal feeling, but it kind of is though, because I just kept going and going and going. And the more videos I posted, I would look at my channel. It's like a tick. It's like, okay, damn. 38 videos, damn, my marker is 50, so I'm 38, oh, damn, 42, damn, 46, damn, 49, damn, I really did it. Like, all I gotta do is come on here and do my thing one more time, right? You even see, like, I showed up. I wanted to make sure I show up in full attire, in the full, like, I call this the dreamer's uniform. This is like what it is for me. So to just show up and do my thing, bro, like I'm grateful to have even started. I want to really like thank myself for starting this process, because if it's transformed anyone else's life, then I've done my thing, because I know for damn sure it has transformed my life, and it has allowed me to see things within myself, and it has allowed me to tap into a different level of self that I didn't even know was there, or maybe I did know was there, but I wasn't really connecting with it as consistently as I should have. So throughout this process, like I said, this process has really allowed me to develop my confidence in myself. And as I mentioned before, because this is something that I really want to drive home to anyone watching. You showing up for yourself consistently in whatever area that it is of your life, that is going to have an effect on the way you show up in other areas of your life, because you can't have yourself showing up on this side or on in this lane up here, and then over here you're showing up for yourself half-assed. It's not going to correlate. There's going to be is the right word conjunction in your mind? I'm not sure. I think it's conjunction, but it's not going to be in balance. Let me look that up, because I used the word wrong the other day. Tantamount. I used that word wrong the other day. What is it? No, yeah, that wasn't the right word. That was the right word. Fuck. Well, I guess it was. But there's gonna be a lack of I guess conjunction is the right word, but not in the specific context that I was using. But I'm human, fuck it. But basically it's gonna be out of whack. It's not gonna be in sync. It's gonna be out of alignment, because you're gonna be like, damn, I'm showing up here, so I can't show up here, because that same muscle or that brain cell that twitches when you show up and perform at a high level, it's going to irritate you when you're showing up lazily in another aspect of your life. So this has allowed me to just go harder in every aspect of my life. And it's allowed me to show up a little bit more sharper and a little bit more attentive to the things that are going on and how I'm behaving within certain situations. Whether that be interacting with certain people. I noticed just by showing up, I have much better conversation with people. I've just been having a lot of different conversation with people I would have never, I'm not gonna say never would have talked to, but it's become more of a natural thing. And I know that we live in a society where we spend a lot of time on the internet, and I don't think we don't realize how much we don't communicate with one another. We really just exist within our minds solely, and we don't really come to understand like the other people that are around us. We don't really get the opportunity to synergize our emotions and our feelings and really come to an understanding of how other people are feeling about certain situations. So just through going out and not even purposefully, like I don't do it on purpose, just try to have conversations. I do think that's beneficial for anyone who wants to work on their ability to communicate with other people. You know, interpersonal communication is very important in today's time, because that's going to allow you to establish a network that can be very fruitful to whatever process that you are in right now. But just talking a lot, like just talking to the camera, has allowed me to have better conversations with different people and articulate what it is, how I really feel, without the pressure of worrying about how they're perceiving me in the conversation. I just say what it is that I want to say and what I feel needs to be said, and that's that. I'm not worrying about trying to sound cool or trying to look cool, because I'm worried about how they're perceiving me, because I know that through my consistent efforts, I now have a high idealized perception of myself. So there's no need for me to worry about how other people are perceiving me, because I know how I feel about me based on the effort that I do when no one is watching. At this point in time right now, this channel has 6 subscribers, yet I still show up because I know it's beneficial not only for the people who are going to watch it in the future, but I know that it's beneficial for me right now, because although no one is watching at this very moment, or if you're watching right now, you're watching, but at the time of this recording, I have 6 subscribers. In all of my videos, you look at them, there's like 0 views, 2 views, and those 2 views are just me going. I may watch a little bit of it, and then I have to click on the video because I need to scroll through and find a thumbnail, right? But I'm not caring about that, because it's not about doing it for other people. It is about doing it for other people, but it's not about basing what you're doing on the opinions of other people. You need to maximize yourself for the benefit of mankind, and whatever that is in its authentic expression, that's what you need to do. But work as a servant, bro. I use this gift that I have to come on here and speak to all of you as a way to maybe potentially help guide you through your process, or provide some sense of clarity for whatever it is that you may be going through. You may be going through something, and by watching one of these videos, you can find a sense of solace or peace about whatever the situation is. And maybe it'll allow you to go about your life in a more grounded manner, instead of being frantic and being so full of worry and doubt about yourself. I come to this camera frequently and on a consistent basis just to show you the process of growth and what it truly looks like. I know I could like conjure up this image and try to pop out perfect, because I am a human, bro. I do fall victim to the idea of wanting things to be perfect, and I do hold myself to a very high standard, which is why I show up. I show up clean. I try to show up as best as I can. But if I don't, I don't go. I don't allow. I don't try. I don't. What I'm trying to say is, I don't allow my desire to be the best that I can be limit me from expressing who it is that I am right now in this very moment. Because who it is that I am right now in this very moment is just as important to the overall story as the person is that, like, the best version of me. That's the best version of me that's equally as important to the person that I am now, because it's all the same person, and it puts on full display the evolution of how one just evolves, evolves into being a better version of the person than they were yesterday. Even going through good days, bad days, continuing to show up and continuing to allow yourself to understand more of who you are, and continuing to cultivate those gifts that you have been given, continuing to just be better, bro, and get better, and to experience what life has to offer and what you can offer life, bro. It's all a process of yin and yang, karma, give and take. You give to life and it gives back to you, but you have to be intentional about that process of what you're giving, and you have to be intentional about what you're doing to grow, and you have to be intentional about what it is that you're trying to really do. You have to like spend time with yourself and spend time with your thoughts and talk to yourself. I used to get when I was working at Champs, it was like my first like real job. My manager used to always she used to make fun of me for talking to myself. But then I'm like, you don't talk to yourself? I don't know if it's like an only child thing, but like, you don't talk to yourself? You spend the most time with yourself and you don't communicate with yourself? Is that what you're telling me? No, bro, I talk to myself a lot, bro. And I think that is very important, because I spend a lot of time like alone. I don't have too many people around me. Like I like the way life is right now. I have friends and I have family. What I'm saying is, throughout this process of really chasing and pursuing the person that it is that I want to become, it's a very lonely process. And I don't want to say that to be like somber or like sad, but it's just something you have to embrace, because you have to understand that by doing this, you are doing something that is abnormal to what is going on. A lot of people don't really take the time to cultivate their own individuality. A lot of people fall into these systems that have been put in place for them, without actually ever taking the chance on themselves to explore who it is that they really are and what it is that they can really do if they gave themselves the proper effort, if they gave themselves the same effort that they gave their job or whatever it is, their mate, their partner, whatever it is. I think we deserve ourselves. I literally just watched the video, and I want to shout out him because Taekwondo, he's a YouTuber. He just talked about a video, and I'm getting chills thinking about it, because I had never heard it put like this. But he was referencing, I guess, some text that he read about a man who said when he got his first $1 million, he blew it because he owed it to himself. And even, I'm running out of time, so I want to make sure I make this point, because this is something that I was thinking about before I came on here. But he was like, I owed it to myself to spend that money. And I'm not using this as a reference point to say I'm just about to blow like my money or whatever. But I'm saying is that throughout this working process of really building yourself and believing in yourself, which is something that is not really encouraged within the world right now, is the belief in self and the belief in one's own abilities. When you go through these hardships that a lot of people aren't willing to endure, and for a long time, you may not have been willing to endure them. But if you are someone who chose that path to really explore and express your individuality and to really gain a better understanding of who you are, and by having the courage to express these things, you're going to go through these hard times, but they're going to lead to a better version of yourself. So when you get the opportunity to really give it back to yourself, bro, give it, bro. I told myself I owed it to myself to do this channel based on the dreams and all the work that I've put in throughout the years, whether it be music, whether it be getting over my fear of speaking or getting over my fear of talking to people, or the development of my self-esteem that had been lost in childhood. I'm just going to be totally honest. Getting back to myself, bro, I owe it to myself to show up and be the person that I know I'm capable of being. And I'm here to let all of you know this is just the beginning, not only for myself, but for all of you. We're still at the very early stages of what this is going to be. And I encourage all of you to take the next steps and continue to explore who it is that you are. as an individual, and whatever that means for you in your life. Like, just continue to show. I'm down there like crying. Oh shit, bro. I ain't trying to be crying and shit on cameras. I got 2 minutes left. But yeah, bro, just continue to show up, bro. Shit. Bro, I don't give a fuck what nobody says. I never thought I'd be crying on camera. That's crazy. How much time I got left? I got 2 minutes left. But yeah, bro, just continue to show up, bro. I ain't mean to be crying and shit, but this shit mean a lot to me, bro, because it's like really trying to like build this shit up. Like, oh shit, bro. Really trying to like build this shit up, you know what I'm saying? Like, make the most of what I got going on. My life. Oh shit, bro. What the fuck? I only got a minute left, bro. I want to say thank all of y'all for watching my channel and shit. Thank y'all for like showing up. I'm grateful to be able to do this shit for real. I'm Nick Johnson, aka your favorite cousin. And if I haven't already, bro, I welcome all of y'all to the Purple Era, bro. Thank you for watching, all of y'all.